Hi everybody, it's Trevor Hammond with Sierra Pacific Mortgage again, coming at you with number 3 video. If you've watched the first two, on the first 2 of the 7 concepts that we teach you, the financial planning concepts that we teach you and all of our clients to help you increase wealth and financial safety, you now realize we're on number 3 out of the 7. The third concept is return, all right? We all like rates of return. We all like getting a good return on any investment we make. Now, how do we apply that concept of return to our borrowing and repayment decisions when it comes to real estate and mortgages? That is what makes our process so unique. You've heard the concept, I'm sure, of rate of return, right? But not any other lender is really helping you go, well, how does that really apply to my borrowing decisions? And then how do we maximize my rate of return in every way possible, right? That's the ideal, right? If you wave your magic wand, I want to get a higher rate of return in every way I can. So here's one of the ways we walk through this with our clients when they come into us to buy a house, getting ready to sell a house, maybe looking at refinancing, or just wanting peace of mind through our annual real estate and money review that we provide complimentary. It's this: there is a rate of return on your house. All right, we call that appreciation. And we have tools and reports that we share with our clients to project out what rate of return you might expect on your house. Okay, so let's say your house is going to go from $500,000 to $600,000 over time thanks to the market. Maybe you put some time in sweat equity into it, but the market is helping you with your rate of return on your house. But that's not all. There's a cost of borrowing money, right? The mortgage. So if you put more money down, if you prepay your mortgage faster, there's a rate of return on that money, correct? You know, if you're borrowing money at 4% or 5%, you could theoretically say that if I pay down that mortgage extra fast with a few $100 every month, or I put an extra $50,000 down on my house, my rate of return on that money is 4% or 5%, you know, excluding any tax benefits you might or might not have. So there is a rate of return there on what you do with your money up front from a mortgage borrowing standpoint. But there's also a third component. What is the rate of return on the equity in your house? In my book, Borrow Smart, Repay Smart, we call it house wealth, so that you think about it from a logical money standpoint. All right, so that's the question. What is the rate of return on your home equity? So you've got to understand that concept, okay? If we're agreeing that we want to maximize the rate of return on everything, I want my 401k at work to get the best rate of return within reason, right? Within my risk tolerance, within my safety needs and my liquidity needs, right? Those were the first 2 concepts we covered together in my last 2 videos. But if I am going to take all my money from the sale of my home, you know, let's say it's all $200,000, and I'm going to put it down on my new home because on the surface I want a lower mortgage payment, maybe perhaps a better interest rate because I'm making a bigger, larger down payment. I've got to understand that from this third concept, that what's now the rate of return on my $200,000? I just moved money from one location to another location, right? From this house wealth, right? The equity in my home that I'm now getting from the sale, putting over in this house. So if I want to get the most rate of return on my money, I better understand how to analyze what the rate of return on that $200,000 down payment is going to be. Now, I'm saving the money on my interest rate, correct? I'm not borrowing that extra money at 4% or 5%. Okay, my house has a rate of return. That's going to be what the market determines. Maybe it goes up 3%, 4%, 2%, 10% over the next year or two. But that home equity, if I'm going to invest all my money down in the house, if I'm going to take an extra $200, $500 every month and I'm going to send it into my bank to pay down my balance, and now that $200 or $500 becomes what we call home equity, what's the rate of return on that money? We help you figure that out and analyze that from a logical standpoint. When we sit down with you, review your goals, review how you define financial safety, review your liquidity needs to make sure you always have money accessible when and if you ever need it, And then we go through rate of return. How do we get the most rate of return on all the buckets where you're storing your money? So powerful stuff. We've been doing it for years. If it can be valuable to you, please reach out. We'd be happy to review everything for you. And just apply this now to look at where you're storing your money and how are you getting the most rate of return on those dollars at all times. All right, take care. Trevor Hammond again with Sierra Pacific Mortgage, author of Borrow Smart, Repay Smart. Talk to you again. We've got 4 more videos coming your way on our unique and powerful Borrow Smart process. Take care. Bye-bye.